thread. The thread wherewith I guide you to the heart of the groves of Eleusis. My disciples are proud and beautiful. They're strong and swift. They rule their way like mighty conquerors. 25. The weak, the timid, the imperfect, the cowardly, the poor,
So weird how they're all linked together.
These are mine enemies, and I am come to destroy them. This also is compassion, an end to the sickness of earth, a rooting out of the weeds, a watering of the flowers. 25. Oh, my children, ye are more beautiful than the flowers. Ye must not fade in your season. 28. I love you. I would sprinkle you with the divine dew of immortality. 29. This immortality is no vain hope beyond the grave. I offer you the certain consciousness of bliss. 30. I offer it at once on earth before an hour had struck upon the bell. You shall be with me in the bones that are beyond decay.
Against them that seek to enslave you. 11 I pour you lustral wine, that giveth you delight both at the sunset and the dawn. 12 come with me, and I will give you all that is desirable upon the earth. 13. Because I give you that of which earth and its joys are but as shadow. 14. They flee away, but my joy abideth even unto the end. 15. I have hidden myself beneath a mask. I am a black and terrible God. 16. With courage conquering fear shall ye approach me. Ye shall lay down your heads upon mine altar, expecting the sweep of the sword. But the first kiss of love shall be radiant on your lips, and all my darkness and terror shall turn to light and joy. 18. Only those who fear shall fail, those who have bent their backs to the yoke of slavery, until they can no longer stand upright. Then will I despise. 19.
the Lord of Initiation. Amen. When I fly and I light as an hawk, of Mother of Emerald are my mighty sweeping wings. 2. I swoop down upon the black earth, and it gladdens into green at my coming. 3 children of earth, rejoice! Rejoice exceedingly, for your salvation is at hand. The end of sorrow is come. I will ravish you away into mine unutterable joy. I will kiss you and bring you to the bridal. I will spread a feast before you in the house of happiness. 6. I am not come to rebuke you or to enslave you. 7. I bid you not turn from your voluptuous ways, from your idleness, from your follies. But I bring you joy to your pleasure, peace to your languor, wisdom to your folly. 9. All that ye do is right, if so be that ye enjoy it. 10. I am come against sorrow, against weariness, against them that seek to enslave you. In the name of the Lord of Initiation. Amen. 1. I fly and I light as an hawk. Of Mother of Emerald are my mighty sweeping wings. 2. I swoop down upon the black earth, and it gladdens into green at my coming. 3 children of earth, rejoice! Rejoice exceedingly, for your salvation is at hand. The end of sorrow is come. I will ravish you away into mine unutterable joy. I will kiss you and bring you to the bridal. I will spread a feast before you in the house of happiness. I am not come to active as the cells, but avoid frivolity and caprice. Be energetic and strong like the salamanders, but avoid irritability and ferocity. Be flexible and attentive to images like the undines, but avoid idleness and changeability. Be laborious and patient like the notes, but avoid So shalt thou gradually develop the powers of thy soul, and fit thyself to command the spirits of the elements. For wert thou to summon the gnomes to pander to thine orders, thou wouldst no longer command them, they would command thee. Wouldst thou abuse the pure beings of the woods and mountains to fill thy coffers and satisfy thy hunger of gold?
Bitch, nobody likes you. That's why you gave up on you. Go back to Turkey or wherever it is you come from, Momo. We don't want you here.
I gladly would. Fuck, I don't want to be here either.
Bro, go jihad yourself, like you dumb cunt. Fucking wanker.
You know, but seriously, what are you guys fighting about? And can you drop that weird ass accent? Because it's actually like super turn off. Why are you guys fighting though?
We're not. We're just fucking around. It's fine.
Okay, I was like, Jesus Christ. No, there was a great conversation going on in here earlier, and I hopped back into this.
It was a dumb cunt on your way, buddy. My bad, good to see you.
Good to see you too. So who's that talking? And what's your background?
Actually, oh, he's a dirty ape from Africa. He's the darkest skin.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Racism is not cute.
I know you don't show us as cute as they're brown.
He's the shortest South Sudanese person ever.
Wait, oh my god, don't get upset. And he's a dirty Mexican from Mexico, you know? A dirty homo.
Where's everybody from? Are you guys from the States?
South Sudan.
Where are you from, Momo?
Canada. That's why he's waiting here, so I was like, I love the title. This conversation should be great.
Where do your ancestors come, though, Momo? Because you don't look like an actual Canadian. So where?
Definitely not. I am Azeri. I'm Persian.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you're Persian.
I'm Persian, yep. Okay.
Momo,
I
how do
see
you
you guys
feel about
got
your
like
men
this
being
long hair.
cucks?
That's cool. I'm not.
Momo, how do you feel about your men being cucks?
How do I feel about what?
How do you feel about your men being cucks?
My men being cucks? I mean, I could really say the same for America. Y'all love
No,
Prince.
Iran's a horrible place. We don't like you guys either. Even if you denounce Islam, you guys are horrible. The Jews are useful idiots. They're fucking like nobody cares about the Jews.
Useful. I mean, other than if you think useful as in like they're using Epstein to make everybody in your country a pedophile.
Oh God, everything's
I'm like, I guess if that's
I'm just curious. Why is it that you people? Hold on. Why is it that you people, you Persians, why is it that you guys are constantly slobbing the knob of Israelis? You're like, yay, Israel, they're our best friend. We're allies.
Except
Yeah.
you can't really ask me that question because I'm not one of them. So
Where in Canada are you
I'm
from?
not really.
Where in Canada?
Me, I'm in Ontario.
In Toronto?
Ontario, yeah. Toronto, sure.
All right, yo, let's get back. I don't want to hear no more racist shit, bro.
Yo, choose my word, fam.
Something shit.
Yeah, I don't do racism either. Like, it's not cute. It's literally exactly what the government wants you guys to do. You guys
No, but just because you don't feel comfortable.
But it's like, when you don't have a brain of your own, what are you
Wait,
like?
so Momo, I have a question.
You're technically a cook.
Wait, so Momo, is there a race you wouldn't date?
No, actually, but there's a race I would date. I love Koreans. I'm in love with Koreans.
So you're racist. So you wouldn't date a black guy, though, would you?
I have a preference.
Would you date a black guy?
Looking for?
Yeah, you're
I
racist.
have dated a black guy.
No, we're not saying like just dating short term. We're talking about like actually being in a serious committed relationship.
Yeah,
But that's just somebody came inside of you. We're like saying, would you marry a black guy?
No.
Yeah, she wouldn't marry a black guy.
Racist. Yeah, you're a racist.
I would marry a black guy. What do you mean? I was literally.
Yo, Angel.
White people that I was marrying.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna start dropping people. I'm
White
gonna start
guys
shooting
don't
people
really
in the
have
face.
much going for them.
Listen, hey, Momo, Angel was asking questions. Let's get back on topic because this
Yeah,
is so stupid.
I know.
Like children.
I agree.
So you said that's okay. You said you like the title. Since you wasn't getting playing.
Sorry, you cut out. Sorry.
She said you liked the title. What was it about the title that attracted you?
Honestly, when I jumped in earlier, it was like talking about politics mostly. So you guys were going on about religion and then politics, and like what's going on in like the Middle East and all that. And I really like that because I feel like we really need to, instead of being at war with each other, we need to get together and talk about it and try and figure out what we as the citizens and people can do. Because clearly the government aren't an identity that are working for us. Like they're working for themselves. Their best interest.
Okay, then the question is religion the blame for what's going on in Iran right now?
I don't think it's religion. I think it's power. I think because if you want to call it religion, it would be the government versus each other. But as we all know, like the government's all together on everything. Like they don't sit there fighting each other.
Are you in support of the IRGC? Are you in support of the IRGC?
IRGC? Sorry, what's that stand for?
Are you in support of it?
What's IRGC though?
You said you're Persian.
It's the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Commanders.
I'm not in support of it. No, sorry, I didn't know the short form.
They're the ones that are killing.
Yeah, I'm not in support of the Iranian government at all. Like what regime they have going on and whatever is going on next, I'm not in support of it. The only people who are.
Are you in support of Reza Pahlavi? Are you in support of Reza Pahlavi?
Of who?
Reza Pahlavi.
I'm guessing that's the new person who's in.
Bro,
No.
come on, man. You're Trump-oriented. And you're
Honestly, I don't get too into detail. I just see what's going on and I think it's messed up. Like, I'm not trying to get so much.
Did you go on any of the parades and the marches? Any of the parades and marches?
Can I ask what
Yeah, my family all goes to
interpretation?
My whole family goes to those marches.
Can I ask? So you said that you just see what's going on. Can I ask your lens of it, your interpretation of what's going on right now?
My interpretation of what's going on is, pretty much America has been taken over by Israel. Like, Israel just runs everything going on in America. Like, the government, everything they're citing, I feel like is based off what Netanyahu has to say. What happened between Israel and Iran is, I think that's based off of all the bullshit that they've been putting on Iran. I think that's based off all the, like, everything they've been trying, like, it goes all the way back to when they were saying to Iran to not make nuclear bombs back in 18 goddamn whatever. And I just feel like Iran finally had enough of it. I don't think it has anything to do with religion, as I said.
Momo, with all due respect, you didn't know what the IRGC was.
I didn't know the short form.
Hold on. People don't refer to it as the long form. So regardless, it's okay. I'm not going to No, listen. The IRGC, the Reza Pahlavi, the Crown Prince, you didn't even know him, right?
So people.
No, hold on. This is the problem I have. You don't see nothing there.
This is just a learning opportunity.
Well, hold on. So this is the problem I'm having. So, but you know.
The TV show!
In rooms or
Hey, baby!
Israel. But you don't know.
I blame Israel is because of what's been going on in Palestine with Israel. I see what they were doing, and I think what how do I see it? They're out here bombing. Listen, they're out here bombing schools. I see the
No,
the
but
terrorists
look
are
at, hold on, hold on, hold on,
So
hold on.
who
Because it sounds like
who
you're gonna land into a building. Hold on.
Pardon?
It sounds like you're gonna land into the side of a building. So do you know who blew that school by accident? You know who they're looking at?
They're trying to say he ran it themselves, but that's the same thing they said about Palestine. There's actually
No, shut up for a second. Momo, stop. The United States of America came out and said that they did it by accident.
Yes, that's what I just said. I just
No,
said
not Israel, not Israel, not Israel. And listen to me, Momo. You should be Momo, not Momo. And 2 months prior, you know who was in that school? The IRGC.
2 months prior, but that's
They were in there.
Momo, I have one more question. Just 1 second. Hold on, I have one more question. Where are you taking the majority of your information?
Honestly, there's news channels here and there, Instagram, Facebook, everything. Like, fucking everything.
You never actually done the due diligence to actually go see if any of those things go false news.
As I said, news channels, news, online, everything.
But do you know that? Are you aware that the news can actually?
Of course, it's not something that is of course, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Where did you hear that the IRGC was in these schools? Was it American news channels? American news channels, because Israel was saying the same thing about Palestine when they bombed hospitals. So now, this is why I say Israel is the issue. Because if you're saying you're bombing hospitals because there was terrorists in there, Hamas, and now you're saying, oh, and now America's saying, oh, there's terrorists inside of all.
Let me ask you a question. You know that?
So
Hold on, let me ask you a question, Momo.
Listen, when they attacked American hospitals,
You know that how the whole world condemned that Israel? They said Israel threw a bomb at and 750 people died inside. You remember that hospital? And the whole world blamed Israel, and they said, "Holy fuck, you guys are dirtbags. You're fucking killing people in hospitals. You killed 750 people." And everybody was condemning Israel. But then 3 days later, it came out that Hamas threw a missile. It had a shortfall. And it landed in the parking lot of a hospital. And nobody died. But nobody said sorry. Nobody said, oh, we fucked up. They just kept going on to the next line. And it's sad because I held a room on here for the past couple of years. But I held a room one day and we called up restaurants in Gaza during the middle of the so-called genocide. And you know what happened? They picked up the phone. Hi, Habibi, how many people are coming? There's a war going on. Everything was flattened. Israel's carpet bombing the place, but there's restaurants open. There's shawarma stands. There's ice cream parlors. There's fruit and meat markets that are open. There's also the Nutella store that opened up in a new mall inside Gaza.
I love Nutella.
But it was all flattened. And all of this was open. And I called on the air 6 restaurants and they all picked up the fucking phone. But it's all flat. Carpet bomb. Nobody's there. The problem is, without lies and people like you, unfortunately, you seem like a nice lady, but they've got you indoctrinated. So without lies and people like you, the Pali story dies. They need people like you and lies to keep it growing. It's like cancer. It's bad luck. It's 50-50 chance to catch cancer. It's not genetics. It's bad luck. And it's bad luck to have people that spread bad shit and lie because you didn't even know who the IRGC was or Reciprocity, but you know Israel and the atrocities you claim that they committed. That's sad, my friend.
Yeah, that was kind of sad to hear. So, you know, there's this thing that's taking place, and you mentioned before that you know, to have people come together. I think you mentioned, you know, to talk about it. So if you're talking that the information that you're talking about isn't actual information, then where do you see the conversation going? How do you build solutions from hallucination and stuff that is aimed to make, you know, a social threat that takes place in the framework of communication, destabilizing the framework vacation.
Did she leave?
Feelings.
It was amazing how vocal and clear her voice was when it was talking about Israel. But when you asked her about the IRGC, and she's Persian, she said, "What? Who is that? A Reza Pahlavi?" She didn't even know who the fuck. Get the fuck out of here! How the fuck? That is so disheartening. It actually makes me want to have a tear. That she's so focused and concise on Israel, and she knows accuracy. Like she's so accurate. Like, this is what she's been told, and I blame the people that tell her this lies. It's sad.
I just came back in. How did it go with the rabbi?
It obviously went to shit.
Did it?
I mean, she
He left like maybe a couple minutes after you.
Yeah,
I mean, look, everyone's been in different instances. He's a smart man. I like having smart people on the stage, no matter what position. Last night we had not the smartest. I know. Have you been there with the guy who's the car mechanic in North Jersey?
No.
You heard that one? Oh, that was trippy. So, I mean, I just think it's great to have dialogue in here. That's a hard one. That's centuries old of.
Were you here now when the lady came in that was Persian?
No, I just.
So she was Iranian, Persian. So what's her stance on the IRGC? She said, "Who's the IRGC?" I said, "Are you in support of Reza Pahlavi?" She said, "Who's that?" And then she started to go blame Israel on everything. But she knew everything about Israel, supposedly.
Are you sure she was Persian?
Who knows?
She had.
She looks there.
Yeah, she looked at her both.
How was the accent? By now, you guys could probably feel.
No,
She seems like she was born. She sounds like she was born in Canada.
Yeah. Why do we have like so many Canadians that are just, no offense, but like
We're fucking dumb.
some of them are yeah. How's the school
They
system?
follow, they're like sheep. They follow their crazy.
Abby, I got a question for Abby. Abby, what kind of casinos do you think they're going to build in Iran? Like, where would you build them? On the lake? Because I've been seeing some of the beautiful vistas.
We want his palace. We want Ayatollah's palace. It's like a $3 billion mansion palace. I think it would be a perfect venue for like a high rollers one. But there was a very famous casino in Tehran. It was run by, I'm going to say maybe London clubs managed it, but it was a very well-known one in the Middle East. So
It was their Monaco.
There used to be someone who was Persian in the room was telling me that it's still there. Like one of the ones, the facility is still there. So how the one does in the UAE, I'd rather take their money in the UAE and just have them all come over and spend there. But I think his palace would be a good. I hope we don't blow it up.
Well, in Chicago, we have the Medina Temple, and the Medina Temple was converted to a casino as they're building the new Bally's Casino downtown Chicago. And, you know.
So it's a Bally's company. Bally's is the heart and soul in Chicago. That's where it started.
Yeah, the
Bally's Manufacturing, isn't that from Chicago?
Even the gyms, you know what it was? All of that was a huge spin-off from Sears, and Sears had launched 100 different companies, and but I'm just saying, like, the casino gambling industry, it is pretty amazing. I really just like it for the food and like the people watching.
Mr. Chicago, wasn't the Bally's Manufacturing with pinball machines? Wasn't that started in Chicago? Am I wrong?
Yeah, and Bally's gym. Bally's was the largest gym on the planet, but now LA Fitness. LA Fitness has taken it all over, which is owned by Wells Fargo.
So, but fact check me. Before there was a gym, before Bally's Fitness, there was Bally's Manufacturing that made pinball machines. You're probably too young to.
No, you never seen the Jacob's Ladder pinball machine? You just bounce that metal ball all around until you finally hit the jackpot. Rabono Shalom, news alert! Breaking news in Israel!
Williams, I think, the pinball maker, also Chicago. Does anyone play pinball in here? Am I the only pinball player?
I played it.
I mean, I played.
You gotta use that shot.
What's the thing with the?
Everybody's playing Meta Quest now. Everybody's doing 3D Meta Questing. It is so exciting. Have you used these new Mark Zuckerberg, Priscilla Chan Meta Quest 3D fake book goggles? Honestly, I am like blown away. And you wave these like lightsabers against these cubes and you cut them in half. It's the most boring fucking game you've ever played. Don't save your money. Mark Zuckerberg does not know how to make video games.
Wait, can I just go back to pinball for 1 second? There's this really cool place, if you ever come to Vegas, it's the Hall of Fame. And it's like the size of maybe a small Walmart or 2 CVS's. And it's just pinball machines and like the old Atari. Did anyone ever play Atari games?
Oh, yeah.
I had an Atari console.
I went.
Yeah,
I went to the one place in.
It's across from Mandalay Bay, David.
No, I went to the one in the Luxor.
No, but that's an arcade. I'm not talking about an arcade.
The play game, whatever it's called. Yeah, I went there.
Oh, for the adult places.
Yeah, the play game. Yeah, it's actually a good time. It's fun. It's a fun time. It's a good time.
Well, Rabono Shalom, another day, another miracle. I think Amir's room says it's day 25, 26. I personally have lost count. I thought it was day 4, day 40. It doesn't make a difference to me. But, you know, why are people saying that Donald Trump is in secret negotiations, but yet MBS and Netanyahu says, no, you can't go into secret negotiations. You got to smash him, destroy him, fight him, turn him into dust. Why can't we have an equilibrium or some type of peace? I mean, do we have to regime change, or can we do a little regime change? Have we done enough regime change? How much regime change is too much regime change? Just a question, just a thought. Thought I might share. This is Megatron. I am complete.
With all due respect, nobody cares.
And Megatron was Trump.
Sorry, David interrupted me. Go back to drinking your tequila, David. What was that, Abby?
There was a recent comment from our president about your governor being a fat slob. Is it true?
Is it true that he's a fat pig? No, that's a fact. He is on Ozempic, though. You got to give him some credit. The man has lost 150 pounds, and that's a lot of weight to take off of such a frail body and such a low IQ body. But, there is absolutely no way he wins the election because, Darren Bailey, I don't know if you know who Darren Bailey is from Southern Illinois, Democrat handler, Aaron Delmar, but they are not going to win the election either. We have a conundrum coming up in the election, but what's important is the Chicago mayoral election on February 23rd, 2027, and I am running. You can go to chicagomayorvote.com or johnkitoverchicago.com or chicagomayorelection.com because this art project, you could call it a clubhouse combo. It's been a lot of fun. Some of you I've taken for a ride. Some of you have given to my first congressional campaign, and I thank you. You helped me get a delicious steak dinner, some wonderful white fish, some red wine. Oh, what a night we had in Bloomington, Illinois, on your dime. Some of you in this room have given to John Kitover, but all I want to say is let's get back on topic, focus on the war. What should be the goals and objectives over the next 48 hours? Dead silence.
Like halfway through when you were talking, and you realize some people didn't read. Oh, it's so boring.
Let's go, Brandon Herrera, 10 to 12.
Well, at least I can articulate, unlike some people in this room. Are you gonna articulate? Are you gonna articulate with that ejaculate? Hello? Sorry, I didn't meet your strict standards, Ochek. Ochek is a harsh critic. Anybody else notice that? He says things are awful, horrible, terrible. What a critic. Ochek must have great taste in art. He must be so discerning when it comes to pieces of artwork. No, that's awful. That's horrible. I would never buy that for my house. That's awful. He'd go to a Tiffany Sotheby's auction and watch like.
Some people just buy your life like a.
I think it's pronounced sumcum, cum. It was you're in the Matrix, Ochek. You sound awful, horrible, and terrible. So as you heard just a few moments ago, where Rabbi Litvin, the bluegrass rabbi, who knows
is religion which one is the worst? And I don't know if any of you want to see what the vote is, please participate in the vote. And I left one in there, so in case you're worried about people looking at your back channels and seeing, I put nudist. But 64% of the people are just dropped. 62%. Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah, but with all due respect.
You don't have any respect because you're interrupting. So 64% of the vote so far, the worst religion. Number one.
How do you feel about this?
I voted.
I also, doxing, by the way, I also voted for this.
Has anyone on this stage ever been to a nude beach?
Okay,
they're not want to talk crap.
It's like old people and like literally I saw more kids hit the ground and freaking anything good. Trust me, you stay away. Stay away.
Okay, we have somebody on stage that I've been wanting to get on here. Peace fighter. How are you? How you doing? Hello everybody. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? I want to talk to you about the title of the room. I want to talk to you about the poll. There's a poll too, please. Can you enter in the poll, then I'll ask you a question, and then I want to talk with you. So please enter the poll first. The poll says, is religion the root of all evil, and which one is the worst? You can select that. I made it fair. When you do that, let me know. I can see if you voted. But I see enough people are listen, don't worry about the people. Can you please vote? Please. Vote, my friend. And then we'll go.
I really want to ask you a favor of nudist.
Okay, but peace, can you please vote? Peace? Brutality, 1 second.
I already know. I refuse to believe that your heart is that cold. I refuse to believe that.
Did you guys not hear when he said all Palestinians are terrorists? That's what he said.
Trump believes that.
I don't give a fuck what Trump. Oh my god. Trump believes. Okay, what Trump believes is none of my business. It's about what the facts and the truth are and is.
96% of MAGA supports the Gaza war.
I don't care about that. I'm talking about what is the case because you said that 70% of the population of Gaza went and voted in Hamas 16 years ago. You do know that it's when they wanted to have elections, it was Netanyahu who took his footed because he didn't want to have elections. He
us. They were taken out of the town and shot into a grave. Okay, take it. Language is just about communication. So if you got my point, you got it. You know you got it. You got it.
Given your ancestry and the fact that your ancestors experienced that, why would you not have more compassion? Why do you not have more compassion for the Palestinian people and what your people went through?
Republicans vote for Paul Miller. Oh my God, what is it for?
When the Nazis warned the Jews of the town, and everybody should run. The Israelis freaking leaflet. No, they don't.
Yes, did you know that they actually for a second? First of all, it doesn't make the actions any better or worse. First and foremost, and second of all, but did you know? Hold on for a second. Hold on. So when you move the population to Rafah, which is the refugee camp, and then you bomb it, the same people also get bombed.
How many people did they kill Rafah?
Also get bombed.
How many people got killed? Because terrorists were there. Terrorists were shooting.
Terrorists were in the Rafah refugee camps.
Yeah, of course. Why? You think they don't hide
Oh my God! So you know there's this whole idea of proportionality, right?
You don't think they would be there? They're all over the fucking place.
You can't. With how I sent you a letter letting you know, even though you're helpless, that I'm gonna bomb you, and I'm gonna send you somewhere. And when I send you there, guess what? Surprise! I'm bombing that place too.
If they wanted to wipe out Gaza, they would have done it long ago. No, Israel. Israel has 2 million Palestinians that are citizens of the state of Israel. They're the happiest Arabs in the Middle East. The happiest.
So give me some. Okay, no. Although there's different rules for the Arab, the Palestinian.
They still have more religious freedom. They can still drive a car when Saudi Arabia.
They can drive a car. Woo.
Yeah, in Saudi Arabia you can. You know that?
Yes, you can. You can.
Maybe this year they started.
Such an idiot, man. That's it. During the Nazi time, why did he leave some of the Jews alone? Why did he let them escape?
Because he couldn't finish the war. He lost in 45.
So God helped him save the Jews, correct?
No, God helped him that he couldn't get to all the Jews.
Well, the same thing with the Palestinians.
They don't believe in God, the Palestinians.
They do. They believe it. They know church.
They have music. They smoke hashish. They're not religious.
Same thing with the Jews. They're atheists. Atheists, agnostic Jews. How come
Hold on for a second. So I'm not sure if you know this, but from 1933 to 41, Hitler actually had a policy where he's trying to force immigration and actually push out the Jews in Germany. Okay, and he's trying to systematically push them.
Hold on.
Hold on. This was from 1933 to 1941. This is before the final solution. There's a lot of this of taking their assets. There's threats made. I mean, it was all wrong. But there was, if Hitler wanted to come and get rid of every single one, he would have done it from day one, right? Because he came to power in 1933. He ended up doing this nonsense in 1941. One second. Israel tried first, right? To make the lives living hell of Gazans. And then when they were hoping that other countries would take them in, it didn't work out. What did they do? Let's just go starve them.
Amir.
So I guess Israel has taken a fucking note out of
Amir. You never had such a boring room in a long time.
Because you're here. You're getting roasted right now. Yeah, I know, I get it. But it is hard because
you give me 30 seconds, I'll give you 30 seconds.
Taylor gave y'all an opportunity to leave, sweetie. You want to really wake it up? He gave y'all a chance to leave. And if you chose to stay, whatever happened to your ancestors, that's on you. How does that feel when I say that?
70% of Palestinians voted for Hamas in 2007. Let me talk, Ace. And then they came in October 8th. There was already protests in New York City about Israel when they were the victim at that point, right? Now, this has nothing to do with genocide. This has to do with the Jews. The Jews were hated wherever they went. They're hated by everybody, and I'll explain why if Sister asks.
I want to know why. Why are they hated everywhere? Why?
Because they're jealous of them.
That don't even make no sense. That's like me saying, okay, well, guess what? I'm a black woman. So I'm a black woman, so I can say the same thing. Black people are hated everywhere. I wonder why. Because they're jealous of us. Yes, we are. Everywhere. Every continent that black people go in, whether it's Australia, whether it's Asia, whether it's the Americas, North America, South America, black people are at the bottom of the caste system. We're disenfranchised. So let me ask you, so why is it that we're so hated? Is it jealousy as well? Or are we indeed the chosen people, like the Hebrew Israelites say? Because I guess we can create a whole narrative as well, the same way you're creating one.
There's no white boxers like that. There's
yeah, exactly. You want to deny how much we're hated. All of a sudden, you're the only one that's hated. You're the only group that's hated all around the world. But you know what the difference between you and us is? You guys manage to have power all over the world. Because if I go to Brazil today, I can tell you. If I go to Mexico today, I can tell you who's in power. And they're European Jews. They're European Jews. So everybody's jealous. So why are black people hated all around the world?
They're jealous. They're jealous that they have good athletes, good
So
singers.
they're jealous of us and they're jealous of you. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Well, jealousy is a motherfucker, I guess.
Was it jealousy that created the fucking child slaughter and slave trade?
That's so real. It was jealousy. It was jealousy that did all of that. It's still jealousy. It's all jealousy.
Yeah, jealousy, yes. And it happens to be that God cursed.
You mean the sign? So when Jews were taken into
see, now you're talking about God.
Wait, the Crusades are jealous of those who wanted to from India?
God cursed the Israelites, and he said God cursed the white people. So did God curse the Israelites?
People can't stand Israel, a lot of you Jewish people, because of the evils you perpetuate across the fucking global universe.
But that's not all Jews, honey. That's not all Jews. That's not all Jews. You know how you submitted, be careful. Say son, not all. Son, the evil that son perpetuates.
Something, sister.
We can't just generalize and say all Jews.
Americans are more evil than any other country.
And see, we'll dismantle your argument because you're making a generalized statement.
America is more evil than any other country. And America is more evil than any other country.
Okay, listen, you're right, but let me finish. Check this out. There's a very important analogy that I want to say, and I want to capitalize on what Sister said. She said, not all of you are like that, right? Okay, cool. Let me tell you something. If there was 20 poisonous fucking snakes in a bucket, right? And someone said, listen, don't worry. Only 5 of them are fucking poison. The other 15 is cool. Don't worry about it, right? A smart person is still not going to fucking put his hand inside the fucking bucket.
When I go to an ATM machine in Brooklyn and I see a black guy in a hoodie, I stay clear.
Ooh, you racist motherfucker.
That is so racist. That is so racist.
The same analogy.
You are being an ignorant.
This is the same analogy.
Okay. Guys,
I'm going to give it
let
back
him respond, please.
I'm telling you, you respond like that if you said that.
Abaya, respond.
If
I said about blacks.
If there was 20 snakes in a bucket and someone told me there's only 5 of them that's poisonous, don't worry about it. Your odds are good in terms of your pickings. You're good to go. The other 15 are not. You know what I'm gonna do?
On the face. Stop.
You should know,
You just got shot in the face. There you go.
baby. I was gonna ask him if he has a orange mark on his forehead from Trump's balls being there.
Yeah, but I have a question for brutality. So can you please explain the difference to me as a Jewish man, what Jew and Jewish mean? What's the difference? Brutality, are you on the phone? Okay. Peace. So can you explain to me why a little Jewish boy that was born in Bethlehem, how that doesn't give you a signal on why we don't have ties to the land?
Mr. Bibi, you ignore one main thing. I didn't ignore that Jewish people have the right to live side by side with us as a Palestinian. Listen, I born in a city called Nablus. You know Nablus?
Yes, I know Nablus.
Yes. We live side by side as a good neighbors, Muslims and Christians and Jew. Can you ignore that?
No, I believe you're correct. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We live side by side. We have no problem.
Okay.
Until you came.
Until who came?
The occupation came. You got
What occupation? What occupation?
Your occupation.
Explain it to me. So did you ask a Jew to get on this app? Hold on. Did you ask a Jew to get on this?
Ignore that.
Did you listen? Did you ask a Jew? Holy, shut the. You're gonna get shot in the face again, bro. I don't like pulling the gun. Did you ask a Jew to get on this app tonight? Did you ask permission to get on this app tonight? Did we occupy your home? Did we hand you a cell phone and say you're allowed to use it tonight to get on the clubhouse? So you did it on your phone free will because you need your own money.
Of course you did.
Okay, you're not a non-scary. Here's a liar. Okay, next. Brutality, you're back. Okay. Please explain to us what the difference between Jew and Jewish is. Brutality.
I'm back.
Yeah, okay. Can you please explain the difference between Jew and Jewish? And explain to me as a young Jewish man on the difference between Jew and Jewish.
The difference between Jew and Jewish. I mean, obviously, Jew, when you see Jew and you actually go to like the Ethiopian Bible, the Jews and all that, you'll see that these people are people of melanin skin color. They got dark skin, brown skin, different shades of brown. They're Jews. You know what I'm saying? It's all different shades of brown.
So where are the Jews born? Where are the Jews born?
Why did you read that out to the talk to you? Just say
Okay. You're gonna get shot. You just got shot. Where are the Jews born? Brutality.
You said where were the Jews born?
Yeah. These ones that you're talking about that are black, brown skin. Where are they from? Where are they from?
You said the Jews had a black, brown skin.
You said that. I'm repeating what you said. I'm asking another question. So don't repeat it like I said it.
I'm referring to my head. I'm saying everything back in my head. What I'm saying.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, it's just from
No, it's not. You're making statements, bro.
From my knowledge, I was told that Jews are black and Jewish is white. I'm saying
Who told you this? Who told you this? Who told you?
Told me this?
Quit denying his Jewishness, you Jewish people. The black is.
Who told you this, sir?
I didn't fucking sound. Blacks are the real Jews. You guys are bigots. Why are you trying to steal the one thing black people have, which is Judaism? You guys are.
Well, call me a punk when you end it. It's okay. But listen, call me punk.
Damn.
No, but listen, brutality. So the Jews are the ones that are black, dark skinned, and with big dicks. And the Jewish people.
I ain't saying all that. I didn't say all that.
Oh, I thought because they're black, they would have bigger dicks. But anyways, the Jewish people. So the Jewish people, they're lighter. Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, Jewish. You understand ish? The ish?
No.
Ish. You understand what the ish means? The ish means
Like Danish? I like the
Jew, not
Danish.
really Jew.
Danish is
Not really Jew. That's why they got Jewish.
Do you like Swedish fish? I like Swedish fish also.
No, he likes sweet fish. He likes sweet
The
fish.
ish means it's almost like that, but it's not that. You know what I'm saying? Ish.
Oh,
Like,
so
how
are
do
the
you say,
Danes?
oh,
Are the
Turkish?
Danes
They're
not
not
really
really
Danes? If they're Danish, are they not really Danes? Swedes are not really Swedes? If they're Swedish?
I love
Does
y'all.
that...
Can someone pin ish in here?
I love y'all.
I'm Danish. I'm Danish.
He takes breaks and comes back. Why is this Jew-ish
woman talking while this Jew was talking.
Because Pepe, you never told me if you went to Chompies. Speaking of this subject, you had an assignment. Didn't I give you homework, Pepe?
Oh yeah, I didn't go. I'm too lazy.
Okay, well, you're supposed to report on the mishmash, which is ish.
Interesting. That's right. It has matzo balls. It's the only time I've had matzo. Well, we did Passover once with my ex when I was in college, but the only time I've ever had it is mishmash soup.
This explains everything. Pepe got his heart broken by the beautiful Jewish man.
No, it's fine.
It's okay. It's okay.
So does that mean, hold on, does that mean he's kind of Jewish now?
Well, he will be after he gets the mishmash soup. It makes him
Oh.
kind of an ish.
Okay, now we can hear you. Go ahead.
It makes him ish adjacent.
Yeah.
Snappy, we didn't hear you. Anyways, Puria, what's going on? How are you?
Oh, no, because Pepe's prior girlfriend was Jewish. I just thought that meant he almost became Jewish.
No. She was it wasn't destined to last. She was quite a bit more left-leaning than I was, and
I mean, if Pepe's girlfriend
She's more dominant. She's
No,
more
she
dominant. I think she's a little more dominant. Did she say submit?
no. No. She's a sweet girl. She passed away.
Well,
Not long ago. But she did like a
How'd
year
she
after.
die?
She was in the back of okay, so she had her ex-boyfriend from high school, and we'd run into him all the time. He had a new girlfriend, and I knew his girlfriend because she was friends with some of the guys I lived with in the dorm. But senior year, she was on the back of his motorcycle, and they both from what I heard, he was intoxicated. I learned that years later, but they both ended up hitting the side of a brick house, and they both died.
Damn, that's sad.
That's fucked up. I'm sorry to hear that. That's fucked up.
Apologize, Pepe.
It's cool.
You know what we haven't heard from, unless you guys did, I didn't hear, from Pro. How you doing, Pro?
What's up, boss?
What's up, buddy? What do you think about the title of the room, my friend?
Beautiful.
What do you, yeah, thank you. What do you think about, like, do you think religion is the biggest problem coming out of Iran today? Israel intertwined with the United States, they're linked together. Do you think that they're solving this problem?
Everything America does, I support in Israel. I'm one of those.
Oh, so you're a good person.
Yeah, if you say that, then that's what I am. Thank you.
Awesome. Because you believe what's happening today is going to be better tomorrow for our children?
Definitely.
That's awesome. It's, yeah. I got really no smoke for you. But I want to know more on, do you find that there's an uprising in anti-Semitism? And let's be fair, anti-Semitism and Islamophobia, what do you think's higher?
Anti-Semitism.
Anti-Semitism's way fucking higher.
Absolutely.
Islamophobia was common.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say anti-nudism. It's also
Yeah, anti-Semitism is bad.
Jews got, I would say, like, anti-Semitism came from multiple angles, and it was, because, I was in, like, more, like, far-right spaces, and so I was never one of the, like, JQ people, in other words, people that harp about the Jews, and have, like, a lot of them are just conspiracy theorists or Nazis, but I do remember, like, you kind of had to go out of your way to find those people, and then, like, God, I would have never thought, like, a few years later, it started becoming, like, pretty popular, like, mainstream, a lot of that stuff. And this is before October 7th. And then after October 7th, you saw, that's, like, and right before October 7th, you had Kanye, all of this shit, and Kyrie Irving. And then it just started, so it got,
like multiple populations or groups. So it was like you had it with the blacks, you had it with people on the right, you had it with, of course, people that were on the left, and then it just kind of bloomed everywhere, and it's kind of like it went very mainstream. And it doesn't matter really what your community is, like racially or ethnically or which political leanings you have. You're gonna have like there's gonna be a lot of people that I guess are anti-Semitic.
The question is what's the next step that they do? That was what was happening in the room last night when the guy just went off about schools and school boards, and I said, what are you going to do? Our mechanic is a broken car and they're a Jew. He said, help them. So the next step is acting out on it and acting out in actual prejudice. I kept saying, let's take the word Jewish out and put the word black in, and imagine if I just said that. And the fear is that you go to that next level of actually discriminating and doing an act of discrimination, not selling your house to someone, not hiring someone, or that's competent because of that, or not waiting on someone in a restaurant or whatever. It's the next step. And then the step after that is when you actually commit harm, like physical harm. So, and there's different kinds of harm, but that was what was the weird part last night, talking to that guy. I wish someone who's on stage was in the room and heard it.
Well, I think that just my personal opinion, I think Jews in America, fuck it, I'll say in the West, have been trying to fight this in a way that's making people, I'll just say it, and I sincerely mean this, in a way that will only turn people against you, and I cringe when I look at it, and even I think that it's way, way over the top. And
can I tell you why, bro?
Sure.
So the Jews that I know, and I surround myself around, we say no more trembling new Jew. They believe that the Jew that's soft and wants to do things politically correct and just keep quiet is no more.
We're talking about something totally different. We're talking about
no. I'm telling you, and I understand. So Jews are becoming aggressive in their way to fight anti-Semitism, and which attracts people to say "fuck you," and they're like, "Good, at least we got it out of you, and we know where you stand."
That's not
what these anti-Semites hide.
I'm not talking about what tough guys. I'm not talking about what tough guys would do. I mean,
no, it's not tough guys. You have women, strong Jewish women, are pulling it out of people, because the problem is with anti-Semitism is that people will sit there right beside you and lie.
Maybe he's not talking about that. He's talking about the reforms in the legislation.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking. Okay, look, I don't think Jews should be pussies. That like when anti-Semitism was popping up a lot on this app. See, I was used to arguing with the Nazis and the JQ obsessed peoples. We thought there's a lot of people that were kind of like in those circles who kind of thought like, oh God, here's this guy going on. He's going to start spurting out about Jews, and it was just the debates never went anywhere. They can never prove their Jewish conspiracy theories. So I was kind of like, a lot of the people that were spitting out the anti-Semitic shit, I could tell they had just learned it, and so it was pretty easy to dunk on them. But when it comes to fighting back, I think that's a good thing, but not when it comes to the legislation and stuff. There's a couple of reasons why. Number one, you've had Israelis come on national TV here in the United States and say, I won't do the Israeli accent, but in order to save the First Amendment, we need to limit it. Just stupid, absurd shit. And I think the IHRA definition or IHRA definition is of anti-Semitism is way too fucking big, way too. A lot of people have a problem with it, including myself.
What part of it do you have a problem with it? First of all, it's an advisory statement. You know that it's used as an advisory statement. But what specific sentence in it do you have a problem with?
So when it came, for example, when it came to even in the context of the religion, you couldn't. I feel like you could have
read it. You read the words. Okay, don't like. I don't need to put you through this.
Look it up.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
I'll have to look it up and come back to it.
So that's the
then there's also
facts.
Sure, and then there's also the BDS laws. I have a problem with them for a reason too, because I don't think that you should. I understand it has to do with people that have contracts with the government, but I still it's a little invasive for my liking. But then especially what we saw in foreign countries that don't have the constitutionally protected free speech.
What the fuck, Max?
Stop the Anti-Semitism Act they instituted in Australia, I think is fucking horrible. They've arrested so many people, I think, just for saying shit like river to the sea. Now, I understand that's an offensive, thing to say, but I think anybody in the Western world should get over chanting that. No, you just document it, and if that person has to look for a job someday, I mean, that shit's gonna follow.
How are they arresting people for saying? Could you cite a case where they actually arrested someone for because people?
She's in the Matrix.
Yeah, they went into the Matrix.
Bro, look at Pepe. Look at the link I just posted. The X link.
Neighborhood dressed up as a Nazi. But if you
you were in the Matrix. We didn't hear what you said for a good 20 or 30 seconds.
Yeah, if you start over, it'll probably be better. But look at his bio, Pepe. It literally says, from the river to the sea, this flag is all you see. Now, why is it wrong when the Palestinians do it, but not?
Jack, you say and you can say it. You can say it. Doesn't stop you from saying it. What I was saying. Find the Matrix?
No, you're just now. But if you want to start over, because we didn't hear anything you've been saying.
I was saying, it's not in our country. It's absolutely perfectly legal for you to say that, for you to dress up as a Nazi and go marching in front of my house. You can do that. However, if you do that combined with some act of aggression towards me, it's different. If you do that and you couple that with an act of discrimination, it's different. But you have every right in this country to, if you want to hate, you can hate. No one's going to stop you. You constitutionally are protected to hate. If you take that hate and you couple it with a crime or with a discriminatory action, it's different. So if that car mechanic who works for, let's say he's at, what's the big muffler company, one of those muffler places, and someone comes in and he refuses to help them because they're a Jew, it's different than him just hating on Jews. He does an act that's different. But you can say river to the sea. I know what it means. I know what I take it to mean. But you can say it here. You can dress up. Look, what other countries do is and who knows if the person got arrested and what was the context of it? Where were they? Were they in front of a government building? We have laws, by the way. There's certain things you can't do in certain facilities. You can't have certain political statements in certain places. Some commission meetings don't allow political slogans. I mean, we have some boundaries on that, but by and large, you can have all the hate you want.
In Germany, you can't say that.
Yeah, in Germany you can, but we don't live in.
I get it. But what I'm saying, Abby, is that okay. First of all, Jews Muslims don't just live in America. I understand it's the second largest population, but they do live in Canada. They do live in